Hey everybody. So today in this video I want to talk about Nipsey Hussle. Okay. I know everybody heard the news and know what's going on with the situation. But I want to state my opinion, how I feel about it, and I want to talk about everything that went down with Nipsey Hussle. Um, but anyways, I'm gonna be honest, like I heard of Nipsey Hussle like a few times, but I never knew him like that. I just knew that he dated Lauren London and he was some type of rapper, and that was it. To be honest, I never heard none of his music, and I believe a lot of people haven't heard of Nipsey Hussle and never heard of his music because he was very, very low key. He wasn't mainstream, he did his stuff very low key, very private. And I actually listened to a few of his songs finally after he died, which is sad because I wish I have known him sooner. And I wish I actually did research on him before all this happened. It's sad, we go research people right after they die, and not listen to their message while they're living. His overall message was for black people in the black community in general to come together and stop fighting each other, and also stop promoting gang violence, stop being in gangs. Even though he was an ex-member of the Crips, but he was a gang member. He wasn't um really interacting with you know all the things that they do. He was just a gang member. Okay, it's two different things. But yes, his overall message was for black people to come together, start our own businesses, build our community, basically, and stop fighting each other, stop going against each other, come together, you know. And that's sad because ever since this happened, is so many celebrities now want to do for the community, like Carly B and Offset. They just now want to do things for the community. And it's sad because it's like, where was y'all at before all this happened? That's crazy. It just shows in the black community we have a lot of fake leaders. We have a lot of fake pro black people, especially rappers and NFL players, football players, basketball players. We have a lot of fake black activists out here, and it's crazy. Like, their wait till something tragic happened to start helping the community. Y'all should have been helping the community. All these rich black people, all they gotta do is put all their money together and put it in the black communities, and we can succeed and we can be successful. And it's that plain and it's that simple. I understand you can't help every single black person in the neighborhood, but you can do something for the community. You know what I'm saying? Build schools, put jobs in the black community, or support black businesses, promote them, because if you go on Instagram and if you hear in music, all you hear is about Gucci, Prada, Fendi, Versace. Like, that's all you hear, but you never hear them repping black owned businesses. They always support the white man and his businesses. They never support their own people, and it's sad and it's very, very crazy. It's really sad it took his death for the black community to come together and for celebrities to help the black community. It's very, very sad. And we had too many warning signs about us coming together. And now all of a sudden Nipsey died. Everybody wants to come together. Everybody wants to help the community and be fake pro-black activists. This is so crazy that it took him to die for us to come together. And it's sad, which I believe he had a purpose on this earth and he fulfilled his purpose. He just didn't get to finish it. I think God used him, for the black community to come together, and for a wake up call, God used him. And notice all the real ones die. Black activists these days, they're fake as hell and they don't want to go all the way. They're not willing to go all the way out for their people, because they scared to die, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, and Tupac. They're scared to die out like that. They don't want to die out like that. And like, to me, if You're trying to point out issues in the black community, and if you're trying to bring awareness to the black community and reparation to the black community, then you would do everything in your power for your message to get out and to touch your people and other races of people. You would even die and sacrifice yourself, you know, for your people. And you shouldn't care because you died in a good cause. You get what I'm saying? You died for a good purpose. Okay, so now I want to talk about what happened with the incident. I pick up an article on CNN News, and it reads, rapper Nipsey Hussle died Sunday after a shooting in Los Angeles near a clothing store he owned, according to a high-ranking law enforcement officer with the Los Angeles Police Department. Two people were injured in the shooting around 3:20 p.m. According to the department, the shooting occurred in the area of Slauson Avenue and Crenshaw Boulevard. The victims were transported to a hospital where one of them was pronounced dead. According to the police, the other two were in stable condition. Police added in a tweet, the department said it has no information about the suspect. The rapper's last message on Twitter read, having strong enemies is a blessing. So here is a picture of his tweet on Twitter, and it reads, having strong enemies is a blessing, which is sad because this was his very last tweet on Twitter. In 2010, Hustle 33, whose birth name was Amrius Davis, and I can't pronounce his last name, sorry guys, according to the IMD.com, founded the record label All Money In, which he debuted with the release of the Marathon, the rapper's fifth official mixtape. His 2013 Crenshaw release sold more than 1,000 cases, each priced at $100, according to his Press Atlantic Records biography. He made moves outside the music industry too. Last year, he launched the first Marathon clothing smart store at 3420 West Lawson Avenue in Los Angeles. He also owned the Marathon agency SC Commercials Ventures, Proud to Pay, and All Money In, No Money Out Records, according to the Press Atlantic Records. His Facebook page says Hussle was a devout member of the Rolling 60s Crips, a national street gang that was founded in Los Angeles in the mid-1970s. His page listed Ice Cube, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac Shakur as some of his influences. Hussle was nominated for the Best Album at this year's Grammys, but lost to Cardi B. Wow. Out of all people, Cardi B, she really did not deserve that award. I'm sorry, she really didn't. Like, her music is not even all that good. Her flow is not all that good. Her rapping is not all that good. All she do is glorify twerking, glorify being a hoe, glorify taking people's man. But she gets mad when somebody try to get on Offset. Like, that's crazy. She's such a hypocrite. She did not deserve that reward. If anything, Nipsey deserved that reward. That's crazy. Amarius, excuse me, I can't pronounce his last name, known to use as hip hop artist Nipsey Hussle, was a father, businessman, entertainer, and inspiration to many. Radley Thomas said, urging his assistants to stay calm and reflect on the tragedy. Our communities have lost too many young men and bright futures to the scourge of gun violence. For healing to occur, even from his terrible incident, justice must be sought through legal means and community peace must be found. Hussle has been scheduled to meet with LAPD. Okay, so apparently Nipsey Hussle had a meeting with LAPD to talk about how to stop gang violence. And as you can see on the bottom, Rock Nation, they had tweeted a picture of Nipsey Hussle sharing their condolences. And it reads, our hearts are heavy over the loss of our brother, Nipsey Hussle. Rest in peace. Our thoughts, love, and prayers to his family and friends. And on top, Steve, he reposted the tweet of Rock Nation, and he put, we were meeting at the request of at Nipsey Hussle with him and at Rock Nation tomorrow at 4 p.m. to talk about ways he could stop gang violence and help us help kids. I'm so Very sad. And it is very sad because this is crazy. Like, he was on his way to show more action for the community and he's killed. This is crazy as hell. Like, I really wish they continue this and keep talking about how to stop gang violence, because it really needs to stop in our communities. We need to come together and realize it's the government that's trying to come against us and trying to make us turn against each other and try to make a divide. We need to come together, Crips, Bloods, whatever you are. We need to come together as a people, and help our communities and stop all this petty shit over color and areas and stuff like that. That shit's really, really stupid. But I have to say that Nipsey, he is a child of God and he was doing God's work. He's the only realest person that I know, rapper that I know, that actually reach out and stayed in his community and try to build his community and help his environment. He's the only one that I can really say that show actions. Actions speak louder than words. Okay, so I'll pull up another article and it reads on top, Nipsey Hussle set up trust funds for his children. So he was a good father. He wanted to make sure his children be good, once he's gone. Okay, it reads, Nipsey Hussle made sure his children were taken care of. The late rapper family is putting a stop to crowdfunding efforts to raise money for his two children, saying that he took steps to ensure their financial security, according to TMZ. Known for his business, the rapper is said to have owned all of his recording masters along with his Marathon clothing store and set up multiple trusts in his children's name. Wow. In 2 weeks since Nipsey Hussle's death, multiple crowdsourcing campaigns have been set up to help his family, including one started by former NFL star Reggie Bush that raised over $100,000. TMZ reports that while his family is thankful for the outpouring of support from fans and well-wishers, they're well off financially. So this is good. So dang, he got other celebrities donating, and on top of that, he set up trust funds for his children. So his children is straight, honey. They're good. The family is good. Okay, so I'm going to show the footage of him getting killed, which I remind y'all, this is very disturbing. They finally had got surveillance of him getting killed. As you can see, the arrow, was Nipsey right there. He was on the ground laying down. Apparently the guy was talking to Nipsey. He dapped him up and he went to go get him some food, and he came back and he shot Nipsey. And Nipsey was saying that he's good or something like that. And the dude came back and shot him again and kicked him. Okay, so here we go.
Nipsey took what was given to us at liquor stores and drugs and the things that we have in our community that our community zoned for, and he changed it around. And he did that through bringing employment. He brought that through buying businesses and expanding to become entrepreneurship. We love Nipsey. The community loves Nipsey. We're asking once again for all interventionists. This is going to be a very bad situation in South LA, and whatever comes out to find out whoever was involved in it.
Well, there's that disturbing video of Nipsey getting killed. They said that he died an hour after he was shot, basically, which is sad because I really wish he pulled through, but he didn't make it. So, yeah, it was really sad. It it really did something to me for me not to really know Nipsey like this and not to really listen to his music. Like, it really hurted me so bad. I was like, I don't know why I'm so emotional like about this guy. Like, I guess because his background and what he did for people, and it's just like it felt like I knew him all my life. Like, and I'm pretty sure everybody can relate to that because it touched a lot of people. It really did. It touched me really hard. I actually cried. I was like, I don't even know him and I'm crying. Like, it was very emotional. Very emotional. But yeah, ever since he died, a lot of people been coming out with conspiracy theories on why they think he got killed. And I really believed this one conspiracy really, really hard at the beginning when they said he was about to do a documentary on Dr. Sabi. And which I really believe that could be a possibility. I'm not saying that's why he died, but I think that could be a big possibility why he died. Because he was doing so much for the community. Like, he was well respected. And it's like, who would kill Nipsey? Like, he had so much respect. Even from the Bloods, he had respect because he did for the community. You feel me? He did for the community and he was trying to stop gang violence. So I'm thinking, like, who would ever would try to kill him? Like, for it's crazy. But like they said, he posted that last tweet about his enemies. So, it could have been gang related. A lot of people were saying, no, it's just gang related. It's not conspiracies. But I believe, it probably had a little part of it. But I really did believe the conspiracy really, really hard about the Dr. Sabi documentary. And I noticed ever since that came out, a lot of people try to be on Dr. Sabi. And it's like, y'all are so late. Like, I've been knew about Dr. Sabi for years, on eating right, eating healthy, going on a diet, alkaline water. I've been knew about all that, with Dr. Sabi. I just never took the time to pursue and do these things. But now I finally got a juicer and I'm going to start juicing my foods and eating healthy. Like today at work, I actually brought nothing but fruits and I ate nothing but fruits. I'm trying to stop eating meats, because all meats is like really bad for you. You got to have some type of meat, but like I'm gonna say at least red meat, like steak. You do have to have some type of meat every now and then. But stuff that's in meat, like all the hormones and the parasites and all that, like it's really bad for you. And that stuff like that is causing cancer. Like everything just about in our grocery stores is injected with gluten and GMO and it's injected with all these hormones and stuff like that, and it's causing cancer and it's causing a lot of people problems and they're not even realizing it. Like, they say it's causing anxiety, it's causing depression, it's causing high blood pressure, cancer. Like, it's causing all that, what's in our food. They're literally killing us and they don't care, because they're making money. And it's crazy. And they said corn is in everything. And corn is like really bad for you. I didn't know that. Corn is like in just about every single thing. They said soils, I can't never pronounce it. Soy sauce is bad for you too, especially women. They said it'll knock off our pH. See, it's a lot of things like I had to learn. I was like, wow. And it's crazy. It's very, very crazy. And pork is definitely bad for you. I advise everybody stop eating pork. And pork is in donuts, it's in toothpaste. Like, I've been doing my research and I didn't even know pork was in so much things too. And I was like, wow, I had to switch my toothpaste. Like, for real, I'm really thinking about going all the way. Because, I had my mother, she died of cancer 4 years ago. Well, this year probably make it the fifth year since she died of cancer. And then my brother, he died last year of cancer. And my grandma has cancer. I had two uncles that died from cancer. So that's what I'm saying. It's like very hereditary in my family. And I just been eating like crap. And I noticed I've been having stomach problems, and I'm like, oh no, like I got to start eating healthy. I was like, because cancer runs in my family really, really bad. It's best to get checked and watch what you eat. Like, definitely watch what you eat. I advise don't get chemo because I think to me, cancer, it kills my mom and my brother faster, the chemo. I mean, sometimes it helps people, like if you catch it early, but if you're late, I advise you don't take chemo. Just strictly eat healthy foods and no hybrid fruits or vegetables. No hybrids either. That's man-made stuff. Don't eat the man-made things. Eat the things that's natural, okay? And I advise that only eat organic things too. If you can. It's hard to find organic things. Some stores they actually have a whole section of organic or gluten-free things. So, yeah, I advise y'all to strictly try to get more organic stuff, okay? But anyways, yeah, I really did believe the conspiracy like really, really hard. And I learned about Dr. Sabi. It was through Lisa Left Eye. And they put her documentary on VH1 when she was in Honduras and she was going on a journey. And they put that up and I watched it, and that's how I learned about Dr. Sabi. Like, that he cured AIDS, he cured the blonde, he cured like the deaf. I was like, what? Like, I was so shocked. Like, yeah, he did all this. And they kept arresting him because he wasn't licensed. So he ended up dying. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think he died in jail, something like that. Yeah. So they said his death was mysterious. It was very, very mysterious. And just like, Nipsey's death is weird. It's just not adding up to me. But yeah, before they found out who the killer was, they was going on with this conspiracy, and I believed it really, really hard because, if you think about it, like once you find out the real cure to every single thing, and it's just simply just eating right, that you don't realize how much money and billions of dollars the pharmacies will lose. So that's the government, okay? So many things were shut down. Like, it's not even funny. Like, that's how the pharmacist is making their money. And, like, imagine you just tell people all you got to do is simply eat healthy. That's all you have to do. Imagine just saying that to people and how reckless that would be for pharmacies and doctors, and that would be chaos. That would be so bad. So I kind of believe like he really could have got killed because of Dr. Sabi, because that's the government. That sounds like some government shit. Like, it really did. They could have used somebody from the hood, another black person, which they say black. No, that's just gang shit. That's just black on black crime. They use that, but they can manipulate you like, yeah, that's just regular black on black crime because it was a black person that killed him. So they can manipulate you like that and just paid somebody to, kill another brother, which is sad because we have sellout people that will actually do these things. Like, I would rather die. Like, I would rather just die. I'm not going to kill my own brother because he's trying to get people woke, and push Dr. Sabi's legacy on. But anyways, I pulled up the article and I'm going to read it. Okay, it reads on top, why Nipsey Hussle's death set off a conspiracy theory. Okay. On the theory, which was shocking abundant hind on the idea that the government execute Nipsey to silence his upcoming documentary on Dr. Sabi, a Honduran herbalist named Alfredo Bowman, who was acquitted of a criminal charges in the 1980s for practicing medicine without license in New York. According to the whisperers, the documentary would purportedly reveal that the cure for HIV/AIDS was kept from society by the powers that be. When Nick Cannon announced that he would finish Nipsey's work, posting photos of Dr. Sabi with notes about Nipsey, and sent the whisperers into a tizzy to protect him from Big Pharma too. So yeah, Nick Cannon, he needs to be protected. I'm sorry, he really does. In reality, Dr. Sebi was about as much of a doctor as Dr. Pepper. He claimed he cured patients of HIV, AIDS with a alkaline diet, which he said could regulate the body pH or acidity levels. Foods intake can't change the body's blood acidity levels, and was arrested for money laundering several times in 2016. The idea that the government murdered a hip hop artist to cover up an herbalist documentary is surely untrue, but there's something to the anxieties driving it. In 2018, Hustle announced that he was working on a documentary that will highlight the infamous trial of Sabi, where he proved that he found the cure for AIDS. Unfortunately, he did not live to continue the documentary about Sabi, but the homophobic leader has been trending on social media since the rapper's shooting. Okay, so I'm not really feeling this article. You can tell the person that made the article, they strongly deny that it was conspiracy theory of over Dr. Sabi, and then they call him homophobic. It sounds like they have real hate for Nipsey, and they only call him homophobic because of an old Instagram post that he made, which I'm going to show you guys real quick. Okay, so I pulled up the article and it reads on top, Nipsey Hussle faces backlash for homophobic Instagram post. Okay. Nipsey Hussle has just landed himself in some pretty big trouble in social media circle on Monday afternoon, January 8th. The rapper, whose self-made aspiring underdog status has helped him make a low-key idol for folks all around, uploaded an Instagram post in which he spoke down on the gay community. Nipsey offensive gestures came in form of a caption for said post, which includes an image of a large group of black boys and black men. Demonstrations speak louder than conversations, wrote Nip. They gone fed us every image of our men and boys, but this one, no hyper violent, no homosexual, no abandoners, just strong black men and young men. Respect to my big homie for leading with love and intelligence. God is with us. Who can go against us? To me, his tweet wasn't really offensive. Like, to me, he wasn't really bashing the gay community. I think he was just saying, like, it's finally a picture, a powerful picture of young black men and men together in a positive light. It's nothing negative, it's nothing stereotype, like, gays and violence and, criminals and thugs, the stereotype they try to push out in the media on black men. He said, saying it was finally something positivity and nothing negative. So I don't think he was really trying to bash the gay community. He was saying they finally showing black men in a positive light without all this negativity on our race. I think that's what he was saying overall. But I can understand why the gay community got offensive by his tweet. Nipsey comment, of course, echoes a sentiment shared by a number in a certain subset of the black community. There's a belief that the media compares to show black men in a light that either makes them appear too violent or feminine. Thank you. This group equivalates homosexuality with weakness, and now folks are getting the sense that Nipsey belongs to that group. Nipsey Hussle since defended his comments. Popular Black Lives Matter activist D. Ray, along with plenty of Twitter voices, have also spoken out against Nipsey's homophobic posts. Check out Nipsey's conversation sparking post below and the subsequent tweets about situations in the gallery beneath that. So here is the picture that, he was talking about and stated his opinion, Nipsey. And he had a lot of backlash, and the guy from the Black Lives Matter was responding and going against his tweet, of course, because Black Lives Matter is also, the same as LGBT too, is connected together. And it reads on top at Nipsey, homophobic is more common than one would hope. And his comments are the idea that to be a gay black man means that one cannot be strong. That strength is exclusive to a gay black man. And he continues, I'm speaking on this today because I remember being a kid and being surrounded by people who tried to convince us that homophobia was really just love repackaged, that they were just trying to prepare us for the real world where we need to be strong. Homophobia kills too. And here's Nipsey's response. I ain't got to be politically correct because I ain't standing on nobody else's platform. Tweeted Nipsey. I believe in love and acceptance, but you ain't going to piss on my head and tell me it's raining. None. I see what's going on, y'all. Should do too. I mean, I kind of get what the Black Lives Matter activist guy is saying. You know, at the end of the day, they're still black and they're still men. But it's like you only can be feminine and masculine. It's only two ways to go. And gay people, they choose feminine, they choose the feminine route. And just like women, they choose masculinity route. That's not being a man and that's not being a woman. Okay. Y'all chose to take these feminine traits. Y'all choose to mimic after women wearing high heels, wearing skirts and dresses, wearing wigs, wearing makeup. That's trying to mimic after a woman. That's not a man. A man is a person that works and dates a woman and provides for his household and take care of his children, protect his woman, protect his children, protect his family. That's a real man. Okay. Not saying, gay people can't do all these same things and still be gay, but I'm just saying, to me, that's my definition of a real man. Okay. But, trying to mimic after women, that's not a man. Okay. That's femininity. That's feminine. Okay. But yeah, I've been hearing a lot of other black people, and mainly black people, they keep saying, oh, pro black, y'all too pro black, y'all do too much, and these conspiracy theories, just accept this black on black crime. Now, I done heard plenty of this from black people, and it's sad because it's like black people, we can't think outside the box. Like, we can't think for ourselves. If the white man says it, it's right. Like, I feel like if it's coming from a white person, then they feel like it's correct. It's just crazy. Like, we can't think for ourselves. We can't think otherwise outside the box. Like, they think we're trying to find something else besides saying it's black on black crime. No, that's not the point. The point is think outside the box, because the government is very, very dirty. And a lot of people of every race has exposed the government from every race. Okay. But anyways, I seen this post on Instagram and I want to read it to you guys. Okay, it reads on top, why do black people believe in conspiracy theories? Number one, the assassination of Malcolm X. Number two, the assassination of Martin Luther King. Number three, the bombing of Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. Number four, the Rosewood Massacre. Number five, the Tuskegee syphilis experiment. Number six, gentrification. Number seven, the assassination of Fred Hamilton. Number eight, the dismantle of the Black Panther Party. Number nine, the disproportionate amount of black people in prison. Number 10, redlining. Number 11, the misrepresentation of black people in media. Number 12, creates of guns being dropped off in the hoods. Number 13, the war on drugs. Number 14, the wrongful death of Emmett Till. Number 15, black on black crime. Should we go on? So there you go. There are a number of reasons why black people have conspiracy theories when it comes down to people's death, exposing the government, or anything else. Also, to add to this list, Jim Crow, segregation, the assassination of Lincoln, the assassination of Kennedy, Tupac, and that's it. In 1996, Gary exposed how the CIA hired drug traffickers to sell massive amounts of cocaine in the United States in order to raise untraceable funds to finance a terrorist organization who were trying to overthrow the Nicaragua, I can't pronounce it right, government. These massive shipments of cocaine ultimately sparked the crack epidemic that desolated inner cities during the 90s as a result of mainstream media fulfilled Gary Webb and destroyed his career, which also destroyed his marriage, but he refused to back down. In 2004, he was found dead with 2 bullet wounds to his head. His death was ruled a suicide. This man literally lost everything to give us a glimpse of the truth. Don't let his memory or what he stood for fade. Well, there you have it, you guys. So, this is why black people have conspiracy theories, okay? This is one of the reasons. He was white and he got killed for exposing the government, okay? And they saying it's suicide. They always plant suicide on deaths, and that shit is really getting on my nerves. I doubt he killed himself. I think that the government killed him. Anytime anybody expose anything about the government, they end up dead. Notice that, okay? So that's what I'm saying. Black people, all I'm saying is think for yourselves. You know, it don't have to come from a white person to be correct. It doesn't, all right? Because white people are dying too if they expose the government. So it's not only black people that's dying for exposing the government, okay? But I strongly believe the theory, but do I believe some of it could be gang related? Yes, I believe so. It could. And do I believe he was a hater? Yes, I believe he was a hater because he was doing a lot for the community. He had a lot going on. So it can go both ways, but I really strongly believe the conspiracy theory. It sounds like government shit to me. Yep, and that's crazy how Dr. Sabi died too. Like, it was really mysterious to me too. It just didn't add up and didn't make sense. And I think they killed him because of that reason, for real. And I also think it's very, very sweet for Nick Cannon to continue Nipsey Hussle's documentary about Dr. Sabi. Also, I want to talk about Lisa Left Eye. I'm going to play a clip of Lisa Left Eye talking about Dr. Sabi and Dr. Sabi talking about Lisa Left Eye. And then I'm going to play a clip of her last moments before she died in a car accident. And a lot of people saying they think that's why she died because she was about to come bring Dr. Sabi out too about eating healthy and stuff like that, and it cures everything and HIV and all that. I believe her death was set up. It could have been somebody that made her wreck. I don't know.
Overcoming death. It's the number of days that Jesus fasted for, and I kind of feel like I'm on a journey sometimes. Don't really know quite where I'm headed.
At the ending of the fasting, she came to me. I heard the door opening at 2 o'clock in the morning. She said, I completed my fast this morning. I said, what did you see? I saw God. She said, I'm going to make you famous. I said, how? Because I'm going to talk about you. Does everyone know you cure AIDS and cancer?
There's just a lot of people in the world who are suffering. They're sick. They're not happy. They're looking for answers. They don't know where to turn. Well, I know a man who's been curing AIDS since 1987. This guy has taught me a lot, and I need to share my knowledge, with the world.
Okay, so now I want to talk about his friend Cowboy. I'm going to show videos of him in interviews explaining what happened because he was there, but he claimed that he got some food, he went back in the store, and that's when Nipsey got shot. Okay, and a lot of people are saying his story is not adding up. It sounds fishy. So here we go.
Tell me your association for those that don't know.
Just a close friend of Nipsey's, wound up being an employee, you know what I mean? Close friend at the beginning of his career. Eventually he hired me on as full time.
Yeah. So you guys were tight.
Yes, very tight.
Sorry for your loss.
Okay, thank you.
Were you there that day?
Yes, I was.
Were you there when it happened?
Yes.
Tell me what happened.
Guy rolled up. Nipsey's out signing autographs or whatever. Guy rolled up. Local guy. We know who he is and all that stuff. I don't know what his intentions was or what he had. As I replay it, I just replay it over and over, and I wish I could have done something differently. I wish I'd have never left his side. It was never no drama. It was never no argument. Never no dispute. It was just an all-out sneaky snake move. Like I said, it was no controversy. They didn't have no beef. It was none of that. It was just a straight hater move. That's all it was. A straight hater move.
No words were exchanged? Or?
No words exchanged. Nip's always humble. Nip, like I said, was signing autographs. Nip was being Nipsey.
Where were you when this happened?
I was with Nip prior to the guy. The guy was in the parking lot running around getting his food or whatever it may be. If you look at the tapes, I had my food in my hand the whole time, talking to Nipsey while we were in the parking lot. I left for a matter of seconds, just left to go put my food down in the break room. Like, I'll be right back. Put my food down in the break room. By the time I hit the break room, I heard the gunshots. Started running out. I heard some more gunshots, and I ran out. Nip was on the ground, and one guy was breaking off, fleeing the scene or whatever. And I ran over to Nip and held him. Nipsey fought the whole way. He was breathing the whole time. Had a pulse. In and out of consciousness. But he fought hard. I could just see it in his eyes. He was fighting the whole time. He fought hard. Up until he went to the hospital, he was still breathing and he was doing good. Like I said, he fought hard. Did
he say anything to you during that time?
No, he wasn't in a state that really we could talk, but you could tell he was fighting. He was trying to get his consciousness. You could tell he was fighting. So I just sat there and prayed with him and just kept praying. And when it looked like he wanted to doze back, I wake up, Nip, wake up, bro, wake up. And like I said, you could see he was fighting. He fought hard. He fought hard all the way.
I'm sorry for your loss. What does your friend mean to you and to the community and the world now that's watching this take place?
He means I'm gonna miss him. The world misses him. It's great what he's done for the world. I'm gonna miss his smile. I'm gonna miss him just rolling up on me. I'm gonna miss his advice. He give me books to read. It's just so many things I'm gonna miss about him. Hopefully through his death we can change. We can all get together and let the marathon continue. That's the ultimate goal, to keep the legacy. Basically, Nip passed today. He's passing us the baton. Keep going. It's your turn. It's your turn. Run your lap. Nip did his lap on Earth. He did the victory lap. He did it. He did his lap. He did what he was supposed to do on Earth. So, what are we gonna do on Earth? What niche are we gonna leave? So I think all the feedback I've been getting from gang members, they say, well, you know what, your little homie's gone, but I'm gonna let him live through me. So the ultimate goal has been achieved. Now it's about keeping the peace and keeping everybody together, in which we have to deal with each other. Once we start dealing with the person in the mirror, then you can worry about the next person.
Want more extra? Hit the subscribe button and the bell and never miss a video.
We're outside the Staples Center, and we're actually joined now by Cowboy, a friend of Nipsey's who was inside for the memorial. Thanks for being here, Cowboy. As I understand, you said you were actually there at the Marathon clothing store the night that Nipsey got shot. What can you tell us about that night, and what do you remember?
Just a lot of emotions going on. The whole city's erupted. We all been in tears, mourning Nipsey. Ever since that day, it's just been like an endless dream, a nightmare, But there's a lot of good that's been coming out of it. A lot of peace in the city. The LAPD, they've been there for us. The Muslims, they've been there for us. The city council members that came down. The city, everybody, the whole city, everybody's been supportive.
So, do you mind me asking where exactly you were that night that the shooting happened?
Well, I was talking to Nipsey from the time he got to that parking lot. I was out there talking to him. I had just got my food, and I left to the break room to put my food down for a short minute amount of time, and and that's when the guy came up and shot him.
So when you came back, Nipsey was
He was on the ground, and the guy was breaking up out of there. You know, so I ran straight to Nipsey and held him, make sure he was breathing. He was still breathing. He had a bullet hole right here. I kept my hand in that right there. He had one right here. He was fighting. He fought. You know, you can see he was fighting. He wasn't trying to go nowhere. He was fighting. He fought the whole way up until the ambulance came and got him. He fought. He's a fighter.
And what were you telling him in those moments that you were holding him and making sure he was there?
I was basically just praying, and if his eyes start to roll back a little bit, I say, wake up, and he just kind of snapped back out of it. Like he was kind of losing consciousness and coming back. So I say he was fighting. He's just constantly fighting for us. So I just prayed, and I shaking him, and telling him, you know, wake up, stay up. So he was fighting.
Cowboy, you said that you were there talking to Nipsey, so obviously you guys had some kind of relationship prior to. What? Tell me about the impact that Nipsey had on your life and in your relationship with Nipsey.
Well, you know, Nipsey, he was a friend, you know, and then at times he was like a dad. He'd give me advice. You know, I would give him advice, you know. With us, the whole team, everybody's equal. It was no big me, little you. Everybody on the team, from the smallest job, I don't care what you did for the team, you got treated. Nipsey treated everybody equal. I didn't care what you did. If you was a bum on the street, he didn't care. He would give you his time. You know, if he was working, he would do his work. But if he had time, and he would give it to anybody.
I know that Nipsey obviously spent a lot of time over at Marathon, and certainly in that square at Crenshaw and Slauson. Is that a place you call home as well?
Yes. Every morning we meet up and we do shift change. We drink. He be drinking his tea. He drinks the green tea, and you know, I gave up cigarettes this year. I gave up coffee, so I started drinking tea. So every morning we drink our tea or whatever, and he'd go to the studio and I'd start work.
You know, so many of us only know him as this artist, you know, or a community activist. You obviously have a very personal connection to him. What's one thing we'd be surprised to know about Nip, the human, your friend?
I mean, he was just down to earth. You know, just his sense of humor. You know what I mean? The way he had fun. You know, they had water fights. They'd be in hotels tearing up stuff. You know, just the kid aspect in him. Like I said, the fact that he never changed, no matter what, no matter how much money he got, no matter how famous he got, he never changed.
That's something he always said in his music too, about being present and remembering your humble beginnings as well. Yeah. Cowboy, thank you so much for chatting with us, man, and all the best. Thank you for sharing your story.
You so much.
Yeah, I don't know. The interview, it just seems very, very fishy to me. It's like he kept stuttering, and it's like he couldn't put his words together. He didn't seem sincere or sad. And it's like, I don't know, I'm just getting a bad vibe from the interview. It's just like my spirit, I'm just not connecting with it. Like, it just, something is off and something is not right. A lot of people saying they believe he set up Nipsey, which I wouldn't be surprised if he set him up, you know, because out of jealousy. I don't know. It's just not adding up to me. Like, he got some food, he went in the store, then he got shot. Like, that sounds kind of like a setup to me. I don't know. It just seems like something is not right with that picture. I don't know. It's just not adding up. He's not sincere, and it's like, he's weird to me. But they said he actually has got checked by the Crips. They got in a circle around him, and they put you know, arms up and had it folded, and he have to do the same thing. I don't know. I guess that's how the Crips do, basically, when they about to check another Crip. And they checked him and they asked him questions. Oh, you know, and like, I guess if he tripped, they was gonna beat his ass and jump his ass, but he didn't get his ass beat. So I don't know. That whole situation is just weird to me. Okay, so now I want to talk about Nipsey's killer, which they caught him. His name is Eric Holder. I think that's his name. And he looks like a fuck ass nigga, as you can see, with his big ass nostrils. And here's a picture of him in a cop car. The police officers took a picture of him. And I guess they can do that now. I don't know. I think it's kind of weird. They can take a picture of you now, for now on. But yeah, he has been arrested. I'm going to pull up a clip from the news so y'all can watch it.
Breaking news now. LAPD detectives have identified a suspect in the murder of rapper Nipsey Hussle. This is 29-year-old Eric Holder of Los Angeles. Police officials say Holder is the man who pulled the trigger, killing Hussle at a strip mall in Hyde Park in South Los Angeles in front of his clothing store. Another victim was also wounded in the shooting. Holder is not in custody, and there is an all-points bulletin for his arrest. He is believed to be driving a white 2016 Chevy Cruze with California license plate 7RJ D742. If you know who he is or where he can be located, contact LAPD immediately.
A lot of people are, like I said, they make some comments. What the heck is going on now? What's going on? Whoa, whoa, they're trampling people. All right, guys, I'm not hearing anything on the scanner. What the heck just happened? I don't know what happened.
Well, there you have it. At the end, I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I guess something was popping off and they were just running. I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy you can't gather together and you know, have a moment for Nipsey without violence. That's crazy. But anyways, there's a few pictures. You know, they was in the outside of the store where he got shot. They was putting candles and stuff like that. But anyways, I want to talk more about Eric Holder. But first, I want to talk about Eric Holder's lawyer. Okay. Okay, so his lawyer name is Chris Darden, and this is him during the OJ trial. He was a prosecutor against OJ. But I find it very hypocritical. It's like, how you going to prosecute OJ for killing Nicole Simpson, but you're going to take up for Eric Holder that killed Nipsey? Like, this just doesn't make sense. He is like ass backwards to me. It's just not adding up. If y'all don't know, they actually made seasons of OJ's trial. It was on FX and it was very, very good. They used real actors, a lot of main actors that we know, that we seen growing up. And to me, they matched the actors like so good with the people in the trial. Like, it matches so perfect. Just like, take a look at these pictures. Like, they matched it really, really good. And it was very, very good. Y'all should watch it. I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's on demand. And you might can catch it on Netflix. I don't know. And it's called The People versus OJ, something like that. And this is Robert Kardashian, which is the Kardashians' father, basically. So I pulled up more information about the lawyer, Chris Darden. Okay, it reads Christopher Allen Chris Darden, born April 7, 1956, is an American lawyer, author, actor, literature, and practicing attorney. He was a 15-year veteran of the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, where he was assigned to the prosecution of O.J. Simpson, a role in which he gained a great deal of national attention. Here's a picture of him and his wife. They make a good couple, actually. And here's a picture of him and his daughter. So, okay, he was for the sisters. All right. Okay, but anyways, I pulled up the article and it reads, man accused of shooting Nipsey Hussle, charged with murder, hires prosecutor from O.J. Simpson trial. Holder has hired attorney Chris Darden, who famously was a part of the prosecution team in O.J. Simpson's murder trial. According to the CBSLA, Hussle was gunned down on Sunday afternoon in front of his Los Angeles clothing store, Marathon Clothing Company. 2 other men were also shot, though they survived their injuries. At a press conference on Tuesday afternoon, LAPD Chief Michael R. Moore described a person dispute between Holder and Hussle. Hussle, 33, died from gunshot wounds of both head and torso of Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner Connor confirmed on Monday. Paramedics were called, and Hussle, who was born Amarius Joseph, whatever his last name, was taken to the hospital where he was pronounced dead at 3:55 p.m., and Connor said in the statement obtained by People. The man police believe opened fire on Grammy-nominated rapper and activist Nipsey Hussle has been charged with murder. Eric Holder, 29, was charged on Thursday with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of attempted murder, and 1 count of possession of a firearm by felon, according to the release from the Los Angeles County District's Attorney's Office. Holder entered a plea of not guilty. Yeah, when I first heard that he pleaded not guilty, I was like, what the fuck, dude? You're on camera. Like, how are you going to say you're not guilty for killing him? That's crazy. Until I found out that he claimed that the FBI or LAPD paid him. So I put up an article about it, and it reads on top: Nipsey Hussle killer claims the government made him do it. Eric Holder, the man accused of murdering beloved rapper Nipsey Hussle, pleads not guilty. However, according to our sources, he plans to confess to the murder and give details about why he did it. Holder is claiming that the government hired him to gun down Nipsey in front of his store and promised he would not be caught, and a check for $75,000. Well, Holder is not pleased with how the deal went south, and now, from behind bars, he has revealed that he was contacted by the government to kill Nipsey. I don't know. In a way, I believe it. In a way, I don't, because it's like he could have took the conspiracy theories that was out and just used it, or he could be telling the truth. I don't know. According to Holder, he was contacted by Los Angeles Police Department and offer he could not refuse. $75,000 for claiming the life of Nipsey Hussle. In the grand scheme of things, $75,000 is not a lot of money. It sure isn't. But it was enough money for a friend to viciously kill Nipsey. Holder stated that LAPD's motive behind wanting Nipsey dead was unclear, and he did not bother to ask since money talks. With all that good that Nipsey was doing for the Black and minorities communities of South Los Angeles, one can speculate that LAPD wanted Nipsey dead to, of course, stop the education of minorities and to start a gang war. Eric Holder, who goes by Shitty Cuz in the streets, Lord, he is shitty, is a well-known informant, so it's very possible that he did make, or at least attempt to make, a deal with LAPD to end the life of Nipsey Hussle. What do you believe? Do you believe LAPD is responsible for the murder of Nipsey Hussle? Can we believe Eric Holder, an informant, would go as low as to kill his friend for $75,000 at this time? LAPD has not made a statement in regards of Holder's claim. At this time, they are actively working to build a case against Eric Holder in order to convince him for the murder of Nipsey Hussle. I don't know. This is hard to say. Like I said, he could have just used a conspiracy, what everybody was pushing, or it really is true. That's the only two things I can really say. But at the end of the day, he still killed Nipsey, so he still should do time for killing him. But it's like, and plus $75,000, that is very low, honey. You're gonna have to offer me more than that to take somebody's life and to put my life at risk. Okay, so I pull up another article and it reads: Getaway driver and Nipsey Hussle's fatal shooting under investigation. So apparently the driver for Eric Holder was a female. Investigation. Multiple reporters have surfaced stating that the LAPD is actively investigating the getaway driver who allegedly helped Eric Holder escape from the stripped mall after he gunned down rapper Nipsey Hussle. TMZ reports that new surveillance footage shows Hussle suspect killer Eric Holder run down the alley after shooting at Nipsey. He is seen fragilely getting in the passenger seat of a car before it speeds away. Prior to the murder, Holder, 29, was driving the car, which he parked at a strip mall next door to the Marathon clothing store. Initially, the female driver waited inside the car while Holder got out to talk to Nipsey. Nipsey and Holder shook hands and spoke before Holder left to get a burger next door. Holder and the unidentified woman are reported to have gone to a nearby alley that is connected to the Marathon parking lot. At the point, Holder left the vehicle and went to shoot Nipsey. The woman kept the car on while she waited for Holder. However, she was now in the driver's seat. After the murder, the woman was interviewed by police and let go. She claimed that she did not know what Holder was planning to do. Sources close to TMZ say that the police are actively investigating the getaway driver. That's crazy. And like, he went to go get a burger before he killed Nipsey. And it's just like he was nervous and just trying to figure out the right time to kill him. I mean, I don't know. He could have been paid to do this. And then the girl not knowing, I don't know if that's true or not. But I mean, yeah, if she didn't know, then it shouldn't be her fault if she didn't know. But if she did, that bitch need to go to jail too, because she's a part of his murder. Okay, so I pull up another article, and they saying one of the guys that got shot with Nipsey, which is one of his friends, went to jail. It reads on top, LA man wounded aside Nipsey Hussle released from custody. Authorities say a man arrested on parole violation after being wounded in Los Angeles shooting that killed Nipsey Hussle has been released from jail. Kerry Lathan had been in custody since being shot March 31st, along with the rapper. KIBC TV reports Lathan walked out of LA's Men's Central Jail on Saturday, April 20th. The State Department of Corrections arrested Lathan for associating with a known gang member, Hussle. Wow, so they basically arrested him for knowing Nipsey Hussle and violating probation. But supporters assure Hussle was a former gang member who transformed himself into a pillar of the community. Besides, Lathan's lawyer says her client just happened to be in the area when Hussle was gunned down. Correction officials announced last week that they were dropped the new allegations. Lathan served 25 years for a 1994 killing and was released 7 months ago. Wow, so this dude just got out of jail 7 months ago for killing somebody in 1994, and that's crazy because that's when I was born. Okay, so I pulled up another article, and they're saying 2 of Eric Holder's family members was killed, okay? And it reads on top, the street killed 2 family members of Nipsey Hussle's killer. Okay, it reads, the man who police say murdered Nipsey Hussle just faced multiple losses of his own. According to the multiple reports, local gang member murdered 2 family members of Eric Holder, 29. But while Eric is out running, he left his family behind to take the heat for him. Social media chatter says that 2 of Eric's cousins were gunned down yesterday, and the neighborhood believes that it was in retaliation for Eric killing the popular rapper / activist. According to Twitter, one of Eric's cousins was killed inside a liquor store on Slauson. The other was gunned down on a corner in Eric's neighborhood. The hood is continuing to put pressure on Eric's family and loved ones. Word is that Eric's girlfriend home was shot up last night. Damn. As one Twitter user put it, the streets are trying to flush him out. That nigga will probably show up at a funeral. According to a report from New York Times, Nipsey's death was felt deeply in Crenshaw and neighborhoods where he grew up and maintained a regular presence after becoming a Grammy-nominated artist. His fans said he offered hope, equated self-improvement and financial investments in communities which have long struggled with violent crimes. He opened a co-working space dedicated to increasing diversity in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Wow. And plan to meet Monday with police officers to discuss ways to prevent gang violence, which we already read about that. Well, like they said, karma's a bitch. I mean, it is what it is, but it's like, to me, they should never got killed because what his dumbass had did. You get what I'm saying? They shouldn't have to take his family's life. They didn't have anything to do with him killing Nipsey. Okay, they wasn't there. They wasn't in the car. So that was kind of fucked up. But, you know, like I said, karma is a bitch, but they're not getting anything out of it, really. I mean, his cousins are just dead. He's not dead. He's still living. So they are just as bad as him, really, to be honest. And they need to let God do the work, not try to do the work themselves. That's the problem. Okay, so I put up another article. Sorry, guys. I know I keep throwing articles in your face. I promise you I'm almost done, okay? But anyways, this is about Chris Darden's daughter, okay? And it reads, Chris Darden's daughter responds to backlash over father defending Nipsey Hussle's killer, okay? So they are bashing and dragging her on social media because her dad's taking up for Eric Holder. It reads on top, Nipsey Hussle's killer. The daughter of framed attorney Christopher Darden is speaking out after her father was slammed online over her decision to represent the thug who allegedly murdered rapper Nipsey Hussle. Janine Darden took to Instagram Sunday to address the harassment she has also received on social media over her father defending Eric Holder. Darden is best known for the notorious 1995 O.J. Simpson trial where he served as one of the prosecutors. As reported by Complex, rapper Meek Mill also called out Darden for taking on the Holder case. Nothing that self-hate continues in the black community, which that is true. It's like, why would you do this? Like, it just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Okay, so I pull up an Instagram post his daughter posted on Instagram trying to defend herself, basically. All right, and it reads, I've been just since news broke. My father, Chris Darden, is a defense attorney for the man accused of killing Nipsey Hussle. Like many of you, I found out about my father's involvement in the case while strolling through social media. I was not prepared for this backlash that has triggered bad memories from O.J. Simpson's trial. My father is a grown man and has been a defense attorney for some time. I have no say in the case he takes on. LA is like a second home to me. I grew up in a community similar to Nipsey's and was saddened by the news of his death. So I understand why it hurts deeply when we lose young, talented black men like him who to empowering people. Instead of attacking me and others who has nothing to do with this case, channel that energy, continue Nipsey's legacy, and to those who have been supportive of me. I don't know how this will all play out, but I will continue to pray for Nipsey Hussle's family. May they have peace and justice. So apparently she's saying she didn't know anything about it. She found out like everybody else on social media and stopped coming for her because she has nothing to do with it. She's not responsible for what her dad does, which she is right. She's not responsible. Y'all should be only attacking her father, not her. But of course, she's going to feel some type of way if you attack her father because that's her father and that's his job and that's how he comes in with money and income. Okay, so now I want to talk about Nipsey Hussle's mother. She made a video and she was actually comforting, you know, with everybody and the fans and telling everybody it's going to be okay and he's with us. Like, I thought it was a very powerful video. Like, I felt like the Holy Spirit while she was talking. It was just like, wow. It was like very powerful what she was saying. I'm going to play the video and I will be back with my commentary.
And I just want to let her speak.
Hello, students. I'm Ermias's mother. Ermias is Nipsey Hussle. And I want you to know that I am so happy And that Arius is here with me right now. I feel him. His spirit is right here with me. And I want you to know that death is not to be feared. I want you to know that we are spiritual beings first. And we're having a physical experience which only lasts for a moment in time. When you die, as they call it, you are just becoming a baby in your spirit. You are just beginning to live your eternal life that never dies. Arius will never die. You have him in your heart. Every time you think of Arius, he lives. Right. His spirit is everywhere now. You can talk to him, and he will talk back to you in your mind. You remember him, and you will be able to feel his presence. I don't want you to be traumatized. I want to tell you, Arius was more beautiful in death than he was in life. Arius didn't have any marks on him when I viewed him. His hair was perfect. There was not one strand of hair that was out of place. All of the love and all of the compassion and all of the caring and the truthfulness and the generosity and the honesty, all of the compassion, just all of the good things that were inside of Arius's heart is as if they lifted off of his heart and they've transferred to his face. His face was beautiful and had complete peacefulness. Beautiful. I looked at him and I said, that's my angel baby. Yes. Because now he's a baby in the spirit world. He's beginning his life in the spirit world. Death is not to be feared. Death is something to prepare yourself for. And when you walk this earth and you do good deeds for people and you are loving and kind, those are the things that will show on your face. You will look more beautiful. Arius looked healthy. He looked clean.
Oh, this is beautiful.
He had a glow. He was radiant.
Yes.
And he was so perfect that he had a sweet aroma.
Oh.
He had a sweet aroma. He even smelled good.
Wow.
So please do not fear death. Death is just the beginning of a wonderful world. And I tell myself, Arius liked thrilling things, and now my son knows the mystery, the secret rather, to the mystery of life.
Yes.
Ashe.
Ashe, that is such a beautiful gift. And
all right, there you have it. There's that powerful speech from his mother. Now, here's a picture of his father on the left side. They said his father is Eritrea. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Basically, it's some part of Ethiopia. That's what I'm thinking. But yes, and his father looks just like him. It's not even funny. They look just alike in this picture. And his mother, I don't know why they have her listed as African American, but she's actually Creole. So I don't know. Beyonce mom is also Creole. So, and Creole people, they are mixed with European and black from the Caribbeans. So he's basically mixed. But I'm going to say he's more black because Ethiopians to me are black. And here's a picture of Nipsey's brother. As you can see, they resemble a whole lot. The ears, the nose, the skin complexion, everything. They resemble each other really, really strong. Okay, so now I want to talk about the Kodak Black and Lauren London and the T.I. mess. Well, Kodak Black, he made a live stream video and he was talking about Lauren London. And he was saying, oh, she's a widow now. She's single. But, oh, I'm going to give her time because I know, she's still grieving over Nipsey. And he was saying, like, Lauren, hit him up if he needs somebody to talk to as friends and stuff like that. And he have gotten a lot of backlash from so many celebrities, including T.I. And The Game also. The Game, I forgot. But anyways, I'm going to show his live stream. I'm not going to show all of it, but some of it when he's talking about Lauren. And then I'm going to show T.I.'s live stream getting on Kodak. And they were just been going back and forth. They have strong beef.
I ain't gonna lie though, I only saw that nigga Nipsey one time, right? Everybody be trying to dick ride dude right now though. You feel me? Well, since dude died, I see everybody be in their feelings about him. And everybody think like he a good dude, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, brother. So I can't even say I care, right? Cause I got niggas who died that I don't even care about. You know what I'm talking about? But anyhow, bruh kind of made me want to do shit like for like the community kind of.
You official nigga, bro.
Yeah, bruh kind of made me want to be like a little good.
Like, look.
Huh? Yeah, bruh kind of like made me want to be like a good Samaritan.
R.P. Nipsey,
in a
man.
sense.
Facts, you know.
I don't even know dude. I ain't even gonna ride his little tits off. I ain't even finna say eat dude. Like a lot of people say, oh Nipsey, you should come back, you should try to be like Nipsey, you shouldn't be woo. Let's eat a baby dick. How about that? You know what I'm talking about? But bro kind of made me wanna like
do something good, right? Do something. Something for you. Yeah, facts.
Cause you know my community already said they don't want me back over there. I still go over there. Suck a baby dick. That's why it's for baby dick. I can eat a baby dick. Huh?
You just got signed by the
yeah.
That nigga, yo, my nigga. That's the impact.
Lauren running that baby though. She finna be out here single. She finna be a whole widow out here. I'd be the best man I could be, fuck. I'd give her a whole year. She might need a whole year to be crying and shit. For dude though. I ain't trying to shoot at her. I'm saying this. Look. No, she could do 2-3 years, but I just try to be I try to be like, if you need a friend to holler or show the mean or you can call my line. But damn, recipes dude. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be a little good dude, right? You know what? I need to like the keys to the city where I'm from.
This shit go for Kodak Black and any other nigga disrespecting my nigga Nip name. His legacy, his family, nigga. Keep my nigga name out your fucking mouth, nigga. Keep his girl's name out your fucking mouth, nigga. The fuck wrong with you new niggas? No respect having ass niggas, man. This new generation, y'all fucked up in the head, nigga. Stop disrespecting my nigga's name, man. This shit for real. My nigga died out here in these fucking streets, nigga. For doing the right motherfucking thing, doing good for fucking people. And the first thing niggas want to do after his untimely demise is disrespect his fucking name? Nah, nigga, I ain't going for that. Keep my nigga's name out your...
Hey, Kodak Black, you out of pocket, nigga. Fix that shit. Quickly, expeditiously, nigga. You out of pocket, nigga. Ain't nobody else gonna say it, nigga. I done said it to you, nigga, and if I see you, I'ma say it in your face, nigga. You out of pocket, nigga. Get your motherfucking self together.
Hey, Kodak Black, cuz. Hey, homie. Who is you, cuz? Don't be speaking on my homeboy, nigga. You gonna get fucked up out here, you stupid ass boy. Little young test tube baby ass nigga. Beat your ass.
Kodak Black. That's not it, bro. I promise you, that's not it. You gotta listen to the guy next to you that's saying too soon. And the other guy that's, trying to keep you from saying it, period. You gotta get out of that. And you gotta, there are a lot of factors at play here. You know what I'm saying? Not only just the people that love and respect Nip and Lauren. You do business with us, with Atlantic Records. That's a tough spot to be in, young fella. So I'm gonna just let you know right now. Just get out in front of that, man. And if you meant no disrespect, if you meant no harm, it's easier to say that than to play the tough guy. Fix this, bro.
that, man. That's some hoe ass shit.
Listen, first of all, he can never compare.
Fuck is wrong with you, man?
Listen, he can never compare to Nipsey. That's number one.
None of that shit don't even matter. That's some hoe ass shit.
Yeah.
Nigga, you look like you out here clout chasing, nigga. Niggas look at you like niggas look at you like you a thorough youngin.
Yeah,
don't fuck that up, nigga. Don't become a part of the fucking goof troop.
Right.
Just cause you already shining, nigga. You need a little, you trying to clout chase, you need a little bit of more motherfucking fame.
Listen, and then
Lauren London look like fucking with a nigga like
that's what I said. That's what the fuck I said. Like, and then Philly Classics to me is out of pocket for even like fitting that shit up. I don't even know why Philly Classics like
ass boys, man. Playing with niggas out here, man. Bless the dead, nigga.
Exactly. Show some fucking respect.
And the reality of this shit is, nigga, if you died and a nigga did that shit to you, I said the same thing, nigga. Now, I know you might don't know me, but ask around, give a fuck about how you feel. None of your big homies, none of them niggas. Nigga, fuck out of here. You disrespecting a nigga that just died, nigga. You trying to come at a nigga woman.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that's hoe ass shit. And like I said, we ain't got to go back and forth, and then I beat you the fuck up with your hands, nigga. Fuck it, ain't gonna take longer than 30 seconds.
I wasn't, listen, I ain't
fucking
want you to get
nuts,
upset.
man. Disrespecting that man in the grave, nigga. Real niggas do real shit, nigga.
Of course.
Now I was looking at you like you had a little bit of realness in you, nigga. Real niggas do real shit, player. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I didn't want to get you upset. I was just checking in. I didn't know if you had seen it yet or whatever on for the classics.
Fuck out of here. Nigga, your arms don't reach far as Florida, nigga. And I know all the real gangsters in Florida, nigga. I know the Coke boys and everybody, nigga. I know
like
Trick Daddy, nigga. I know all the fucking gangsters in fucking Florida, nigga.
Listen,
I ain't
feel
gonna
like
sit on here and name them niggas and make them niggas hot, but you ain't one of them niggas.
Right.
Low ass boy.
I think that he needs to focus on that rape case he got coming up.
Don't need that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Only thing I give a fuck about him is disrespecting my fucking brother. Nigga on some hoe ass shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about nothing he got going on. I don't listen to none of that goofy shit.
Yeah.
That shit don't get no play in my eye.
Right.
Like a nigga sit on Minister Society. Get that shit out of here. You know that shit don't get no play in my eye.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
I was just,
niggas is fucking clowns, man.
I completely agree. I was just, wondering if you had seen it.
Niggas won't come at a nigga woman and nigga just die. And
listen, not even in the ground.
He's an honorable, respectful nigga.
Yep, niggas is trifling like that.
If you real nigga, you come at a nigga bitch while he living so you can slap blood in his fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, real shit, this is gonna be my last time. It's gonna be my last time talking about this. Let me find what the fuck I want to say for the. Hold up. Alright, man.
See you tomorrow.
Alright, sure. Yeah. Hey, so if I disrespected you, knowing under in any shape or form, I'm sorry. Even though I didn't. And rest in peace to dude. Y'all already know what I said. I said dude encouraged me to do shit for the community. But anyhow, my bad to them too. But for all you other people like trying to fake act like y'all little boying me on the internet or checking me on the internet, that's how you feel, bro. That's how y'all want to feel. And I got a whole tour. Like, I'm in Georgia right now. Tomorrow I'll be in Norfolk, Virginia. Like, wherever y'all see me at, if that's how y'all feel, that's how y'all feel. Don't try to little boy me on the internet like, oh, motherfucker. Nigga, you could hit my line. Rest in peace to dude. If I disrespected, knowing nothing in any way, even though I know I didn't, my bad. Cause listen, I got niggas who I say fuck you to their face, so I ain't gotta get no off of a nigga who in the grave. Oh, none of that shit. And that's not even the kind of face I want. I don't even want that on my old heater nigga who said. So I'm gonna get that off me. But for all you niggas who wanna do me something, do it, bro. Cause I love that. I love that. I would love that, bro. Give me something to do. Life is better like this here. With a little with some smoke here and there. So if that's how y'all feeling, alright. Baby. That's how y'all wanna feel. Nobody ain't make me do this. Nobody ain't. Hey, where this charge at, man? I need a charger for my phone. Y'all got my hand and shit? My son just came. And y'all can do whatever. I don't give a fuck. My son just came. I ain't seen this at first. I ain't have my shit on the tour because if anything happen, I don't want him to be in the comfort. But I don't give a fuck because I ain't gonna spare you with yours. So bitch, running however you want to in my little boy. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. Talking about real stepper shit. Real stepper. I'm humble. I'm humble. I already said my bad didn't run nothing and shit like that. Y'all pulled a real video. Off of what I really said and shit like that. And I'm finna block the shade room and all that shit because y'all be on my trail. I can fart. Oh, Kodak farted. Like, man, fuck y'all, man. I'm finna block y'all. Like, y'all just wanna vlog something for some shit real quick. Yeah, I said what I said. Y'all know this ain't even me to even be like. I'm saying my bad to Lauren London. I'm talking about Lauren London and Nipsey. Like, but whoever else, alright, whatever. Alright. But my bad, Lauren London, Nunu. My bad, Nunu. My bad, Nips. And I got that Nipsey blue on. I ain't even, bitch. I ain't disrespect, dude. To even say my bad. Suck a baby dick. All you old niggas preaching. Fuck y'all. Alright, thanks, fam. Fam. Step. Hey, where my cord at? My charger cord. Huh? Where your phone? I think you left your phone in my room.
Well, there you have it. All that crazy clips of everybody getting on Kodak Black, and especially him trying to clap back, calls himself trying to clap back. I always thought Kodak Black was a whack ass nigga. I never liked none of his music, and he's ugly as fuck, and he's very colorist, and he go against dark skinned women. Ever since he disrespect dark skinned women, I had no feelings for this dude whatsoever. Obvious, this dude is real uneducated on history when it comes down to colorism, and obviously he has self-hate within himself, which this is real typical, from black men that's not educated on history and self-worth and self-love and black love. This is how they are, and it's sad. I'm not going to blame his parents because I don't know how he was raised, who he was raised by, but I don't know, he can't even speak correct English. He can't get his grammar together. It's just really, really bad. He makes all niggas look bad. He's a stereotype black man in the black community that they be talking about, and he's embarrassing. It's just like he's thirsty as fuck. It's like, dude, you picked the wrong time to say that shit. She just lost her boyfriend, her man, her baby daddy, and you're already trying to holler already, dude. It's too fucking soon for that shit. Ain't nobody thinking about that shit. She's not thinking about you with your black ugly ass. She don't want you. She do not want you, honey. Keep it pushing, keep it moving. He tried it though. He tried it, but I hate ignorant niggas like him, for real. And this the same ignorant nigga that claim, oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite in one of his songs. But it's like, dude, you sure ain't acting like you're a Hebrew Israelite. You still out here in this world, so you're a fake. So don't even say that. Don't let that even come out your mouth. Because obviously you don't know more about it. You just say you are a Hebrew Israelite. That's it. Okay, well, learn more about it. Act on it. Well, I need to speak for myself too, but I'm just saying. He's a sellout. Okay, so now I want to talk about Lauren London. And then I'm going to get to the funeral and her speech and her mom's speech, her brother's speech, Snoop Dogg's speech, YG's speech. I'm going to get to all that. I want to talk about Lauren London and a little of her background. A lot of y'all don't know she's an actor, and she has acted in plenty of movies, which I will show y'all some of the movies she acted in and even shows she acted in. Okay, the first movie she played on was ATL, which this is my movie, and I believe it's everybody's movie, Miss New. Okay, and the other movie she played on was This Christmas, which is a okay movie. It was a pretty decent movie. The next movie she played on was Medea's Big Happy Family, which the movie was okay. It was kind of boring to me. It wasn't all that. It was kind of corny. And she also played on the show The Game, which was my show back then. Oh my God. But the season she was acting on was kind of whack. I hate to say it, it was whack. And the last show that she's doing recently, and it's playing on BET, is called The Games People Play. That's the name of it. I might actually tune in and try to watch it and see what's up. But anyways, yes, that's all the movies and shows Lauren London has acted in. I always thought Lauren London was so gorgeous, and I'm pretty sure nobody would think she's ugly. She has been mentioned so many times in rappers' music, singers' music. Everybody's saying she's one of the baddest chicks in the game, which I do believe it. She is, because she is very gorgeous. And I hope she continued her legacy with acting. Her and Nipsey, they made a very good couple. I'm just so heartbroken that he's gone. I can't imagine how she felt when she heard this news. It was crazy, man. Her and Nipsey, they had a son together, which this is a picture of him and Nipsey in a car, which is so cute. And she also had a son with Lil Wayne, which this is their son. He's adorable too. And this is Nipsey's other baby mama and his other daughter. So yes, they both make beautiful children. Lauren London, she's also mixed. She's biracial. She's black and white. Her dad was white Jewish, Lord, and her mom was African American, which is black. She's black. Okay, so I went on Lauren London's Instagram and I screenshot this picture that she posted of Nipsey. This is when she finally broke her silence about his death. And on the bottom, she made a statement and it reads, I am completely lost. I have lost my best friend, my sanctuary, my protector, my soul. I'm lost without you. We are lost without you, bae. I have no words. And this was so sad. Like, oh my gosh. Okay, so I screenshot another picture she posts, and she got a tattoo of Nipsey. I don't know if that's on her arm or leg. It looks like her arm, if I'm not mistaken. It could be her leg. I don't know. But on the tattoo, it reads on the bottom, God will rise. And I think that's the same thing it says on the side of his forehead on his tattoo, if I'm not mistaken. And on top, I can't really read what it says on top. I can't make it out, and it's kind of cut off from the screenshot. But anyways, I think this is a dope tattoo. And on the bottom, she made a statement and it reads, real love never dies. When you see me, you will always see him. Hashtag love you hustle. Hashtag TMC. I think that was so sweet. And I know that's a lot of courage to get that tattoo because tattoos hurt. Well, I heard it hurts. I have no tattoos, but I always wanted to get tattoo of my mom name and my brother name. And I was going to put fuck cancer. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not still. I don't know because God don't like you to mark and ink your body. But I'm thinking about it really, really hard to get it or not. I don't know. But anyways, it's been a lot of art too. People been drawing of Nipsey, paintings, and people getting tattoos. And people even getting haircuts of Nipsey's face inside their haircut. And like it's crazy. Like he has a lot of fans. And like he was so slept on. He didn't get much as credit as he deserved while he was living. But now he's getting it when he's dead, which is sad. Also, they even had him in the Arab newspaper. This is crazy. This is how well known this dude was. This is how powerful he was. He was all over the world and he's in the Arabs newspaper. What? That is crazy. Okay, so now I want to talk about the funeral and the memorial, and I'm going to play clips of everybody making their speech, including Lauren London, his mom, his dad, Snoop Dogg, and even Obama sent the letter. They're going to read it out loud in the funeral. Right now, I'm just going to show y'all a few pictures of some of the funerals, some of the memorial. Just show y'all a few pictures, and then we'll get into the videos.
On the night of April 2nd, I had a dream. I was in a paradise, and I was in paradise, and I was playing in the ocean water when Aramis popped up right behind me. He said, "What up, killer?" Because that's my nickname to him. I turned around and I yelled his name and I gave him a hug. Shortly, he was gone, but it was still cool, I guess. So when I told my mom about the dream, and after I told her, I was thinking about it, and I realized that Aramis told me what heaven was like. He told me it was paradise. So in the morning, Aramis would say respect at the window. So on my count of 3, I want everybody to yell respect. 3, 2, 1. In memory of Aramis Ascadome, August 15th, 1985 to 2019, March 31st.
She doesn't want to. I love you. Thank you. Please say thank you. She's just like thank you. It's okay. You can do it. You can just say like, just don't be here. You don't gotta look at him. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. I don't want to. You got it, Mama. I love you, Daddy. I love you, Daddy. You want to say I love you, Uncle Nep? No? Say I love you, Uncle Nep. Say it. Okay, you did it.
You did it.
Okay. Give the kids some love. They're a little nervous. Thank you. So, never was I prepared for anything like this, so bear with me, y'all. I'm gonna, Aramis was asleep one morning, and I was watching him, because I used to love to just watch him sleep. And I wrote him a text while he was sleeping so that when he woke up, he would read it. And so I'm going to share with you that text, and then I'll go into my little stories about him that were special to me. Aramis, I want you to know that I feel real joy in my heart when I'm around you. I feel safe around you, protected, like a shield over me when you're around. I'm totally myself when I'm with you, which is probably annoying because I don't wear my cool mask anymore. You've made me into more of a woman. You've given me the opportunity to really love a man. You've been with me while I've been sick, through all my fears. You have encouraged me and inspired me to reach higher. I've learned so much about myself with you. You've been my turn-up and my church. I wouldn't want to go through this journey with anyone but you. I look up to you in a lot of ways, and I strive to educate myself more like you have. And when we are at odds, I feel defeated and sad, knowing that we are so much better than that. I just want you to know that you've been the greatest boyfriend to me. You aren't perfect, but I would never ask you to be. You and I work, we fit, and you're the coolest guy in the world to me, still. I love you so much unconditionally. My truth is this: I'm never gonna give up on you. My love and my devotion is to you. And I sent that January 21st, 2019. I had to write something because I've never felt this type of pain before, but I know that God is alive. But bear with me, y'all. His soul was majestic. He was the strongest man that I ever knew, a gentle father, a patient leader, a divine light. He was brilliant. He researched everything, completely self-taught, constantly seeking knowledge. He would go to bed and listen to these audiobooks in his headphones, and I would tease him, but that really is what I thought was the coolest ever about him. And he would wake up in the morning and play music for the kids and light a sage and burn it around the house and just make sure that our energy going outside would be uplifted and that we could handle the day. You know, my pain is for my 2-year-old that probably won't remember how much his dad loved him. This is something that, you know, I don't really understand, but I know that Aramis always used to say that you can't possess people, that you experience them. And I'm so honored and blessed that I got to experience such a man. I know everyone is hurting, but I'd like to say something to my city, Los Angeles. Y'all from LA, stand up. Because this pain is really ours. You know? We know what it meant to us. We lost an incredible soul. We lost someone very rare to us, and we lost a real one. And we won't ever be the same. But in Hussle's words, because he used to always say this, the game is gonna test you, never fold. Stay 10 toes down. It's not on you, it's in you. And what's in you, they can't take away. And he's in all of us. And to Aramis, the love of my life, you know what it is. Grief is the final act of love. My heart hears you. I feel you everywhere. I'm so grateful that I had you. I love you beyond this earth. And until we meet again, the marathon continues.
Story. I was living as a single mother with the boys, and I just thought that I didn't need a man because I could make my own money. You know, I had bought my own house because Nana told me you could only move to Slauson, right across the street from Ladera Park near Windsor, Florida. And all of a sudden, smoke started coming out of my engine. My engine was on fire because I had forgotten to replace the cap on the oil receptacle. So the oil had spewed out all over my tubing, everything, and my engine was on fire. Do you know that Aramis did not hesitate? He was like 8, 9, or 10. He hopped out of the car. He ran all the way down the hill on Slauson in the middle of the street to the intersection of Slauson and La Brea. And there was a fire engine that was making a left-hand turn. The light turned from red to green, but I don't know how little Aramis commandeered their attention. They made a U-turn and came back and extinguished my fire. And do you know what? I was able to turn the car on and keep on driving. I didn't need to call AAA. not a hose was busted. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's what I want to tell you guys now, okay? Our engine is on fire now. We're burning, but we're not destroyed. And just lastly, I want to say that Ermias was legacy. I feel as though, when we had our closure conversations, my mother and I are very intuitive. We have a knowing of the coming and the going of death. And so we knew that death was coming to our family. My mother and I, we discussed it many times. So many times that we discussed it in the presence of Khalil. And my mother said that she had been praying that God would take her, because she was the last of 9 siblings. Her 4 brothers and her 4 sisters had predeceased her. My father is gone, my brother is gone. My mom said just about all her neighbors have passed on. So she said when she talks to God, she tells him, I've lived a good life. I'm not afraid of death. So whenever you're ready to take me, I'm ready to go. My mother was that was her message. She's a junior pack rat, and I'm a senior. She's a senior pack rat, and I'm a junior pack rat. She's collected so much stuff in her house at her bedroom, you stub your toe just trying to walk from the door to her bed. So she said she's not going to sleep in her bedroom because the paramedics would have too hard of a time getting to her there. So Nana has actually been sleeping on the day bed in her dining room because she thought God was going to answer her prayer and take her first. But that was not God's divine perfect order, you see. He took Ermias. I think of Ermias, and I think that Ermias knew, and we knew too. We knew too. Ermias, he was the kind of person that he was very busy and, had a lot of things going on. And I would text him, and he wouldn't answer all of my texts. And I would call him, and he wouldn't answer all of my calls. But all of a sudden, Ermias started texting me, hey, Mom, I love you. I'm just sending you some positive energy for your day. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I felt spiritually in my soul as if Ermias was going to leave. And we had our closure conversations through text messaging with one another. And I think that Ermias knew too, because Ermias was doing things differently. My mother said that Ermias was going to her house with Imani every morning on the way to drop Imani off at school. And he was bringing Imani a drink. He was bringing my mother a green drink. And he would tell my mom, I love you, Granny. And he would give her a kiss, and he would tell her, if there's anything you need, let me know. And I just told Ermias, I said, Ermias, let me know. Now, this was a Saturday before he passed. I said, Ermias, let me know if you need me to pull up on you with some good, nutritious food. And then I wrote salad, and I had a little salad emoji, because he tells me I should open up a salad restaurant. I could kill the game. He loved my salads. And then I just told him my heart. In my phone, Samuel's telephone number saved under heart. And I said, my heart feels as if there's possibly heaviness in your heart and soul. And in my phone, Ermias' contact is listed under soul. And Ermias says, no, Mom, I'm A1. That's what he would always tell me. No matter what was happening, he always told me, no, Mom, I'm A1, because he didn't want me to worry. Ermias was very stoic. Ever since a boy, pain did not faze him. He took it like a champ, you know? And he says, I'm grateful. I have a studio again. I'm just happy and ready to work. I'm very proud of my son. My son, Ermias Joseph Askedom, was a great man. On the past Christmas, I drove Ermias to an address on 6th Avenue on the other side of Southwest Drive, just a short distance from my mother's home, to drop him off and pick up some ATV-type vehicles. Ermias was so happy and he felt so free riding the vehicles up and down 5th Avenue. And he told me, Mom, this feels so great. I wish that I would have done this sooner. All of the cares of the world were lifted off of him for that moment in time. And his spirit was free, like a little child's spirit, right? Ermias liked thrilling rides at amusement parks. And so I'm not really sad because Spirit had already prepared me for that which was coming. I wish that Shell gas station would release the videotape of my interaction with the police officer when I went to the shop and he told me that the person who had been shot was Nipsey Hussle. I was in complete composure and total peace, you see, because I had been walking to my spiritual drumbeat that whole weekend. I made my green drink, I made my vegan meal, I made my herbal tea. And I even sat down with my feet up on the chair across from me, and I was talking to my cousin on the telephone. And one of the last things that I said to her is, Belinda, the world that we live in is so wicked and evil. I feel so sad and I'm so troubled, and it's so very tragic that our children and our grandchildren are inhabiting this type of world. And I told her, I really don't know what the answer is. I really don't know. But I think that the only way to overcome the darkness is to be a light.
We would like to read a letter from the 44th President of the United States, Barack Obama, sent in regarding the life and celebration of Nipsey Hussle. Written today, this morning at April 11th, 2019, the friends and family of Nipsey Hussle. I've never met Nipsey, but I've heard his music through my daughters. And after his passing, I had the chance to learn more about his transformation and his community work. While most folks look at the Crenshaw neighborhood where he grew up and only see gangs, bullets, and despair, Nipsey saw potential. He saw hope. He saw a community that even through its flaws taught him to always keep going. His choice to invest in that community rather than to ignore it, to build a skills training center, a co-working space in Crenshaw, to lift up the Eritrean American community. He set an example for young people to follow and is a legacy worth of celebration. I hope his memory inspires more good work in Crenshaw and communities like it. Michelle and I send our sympathies to Lauren, Imani Cross, and his whole family, and to all those who love Nipsey. Sincerely, Barack Obama.
It's a tough one right here, man. First of all, I want to thank y'all for allowing me the opportunity to speak here today. It's a real honor to be able to appear here and to show love on behalf of my friend, my brother, a great man, a great leader, a great father, a great teacher, and a great friend, Nipsey Hussle. And I want to start off by showing some love to Lauren and Nipsey's children. I want to send Lauren a lot of love for being the beloved queen to our king. See, what we lose focus on is that every real black man needs a real black woman in his life. Every time I would see Nip and Lauren out, they reminded me of me and my wife. It was like black excellence. You love to see that. So, with that being said, Lauren, my wife, my family, my kids, we're here for you. Whatever you need, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need a hug, if you just need to get away, we're here for you. We love you, baby girl. We always have and we always will. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to stay strong for the homeboy Nip right now. Stay down with me. Stay down with me. I got you, cuz. I got you. Next, I want to acknowledge Nipsey's father. See, because Nip has always benefited from having a strong man in his life. And his father clearly did a great job. He showed Nip how to be a strong man, a strong black man. It was always amazing when I would go to the store, because I would go to the store on my own solo, no security, pull up in the morning, Pops being there, and I could just see the look on his face that he was so proud of his boys for doing something in the community and doing something positive that was inspiring. And Pops, I'd look at your face every time I come in the store and I just seen the joy, and I just want you to know that you may have lost a son, but you picked up another son in me. And now I gotta send a bundle of love to Nipsey's mother. Lord have mercy. What great strength that she showed. She showed a lot of great strength. She helped us out this weekend. Mother, I wanna say this to you dearly without reading. When you said what you said to us, you really uplifted us. We had no understanding. We had no nothing. And you gave us what we needed. You gave us the sense and the purpose to know and understand that it was all right. You made us understand that it was all right because we did not understand it at all. We had no clarity, and we was more or less concerned about you and concerned about Lauren and concerned about the family, but you made us feel good. And we want to thank you for that, Mother, for being strong and giving us our strength. I also want to thank all the other mothers in the house right now that's been praying for Nipsey's mother, that's been praying for Lauren. We appreciate all that love from you women. And I want to say this. If it so happens to be that your kids die before you, Nipsey's mother prepared us for this day in the future. Thank you, Mother. Now, I didn't grow up with Nip. I didn't grow up with him in the neighborhood as a kid, but I watched Nip grow up in front of me. I watched him grow into a full-grown man and an incredible young businessman. I still remember the first time when he pushed up on me with his tape. Most rappers, when they push up on Snoop Dogg with a tape, this is their line. Hey, dog, listen to my music. I can make you $1 million. Nipsey's line was, hey, homie, listen to my music. Just give it a listen. That's it? No record deal? You don't want to get put on? So to me, he had vision to know and understand that I don't want to be handed out nothing. I'm gonna come get mine. But at the same time, looking for that clarification, looking for that confirmation. You know, just listen to it, homie. The first time I got his CD, I didn't listen to it. I told him that. I kept it 100 with him. I'm like, K-Mac gave me your CD at football practice, because I wasn't listening to that. I was at football practice. Then, about a week later, he gave me another CD, so I'm rolling up a blunt in the back seat of the car on the CD. So I open the CD up. The homie know. Cuz no. He know the story already, so I'm just telling y'all so y'all be enlightened. So I took the CD out, and I popped the CD in. I was like, damn, cuz it's hard. So I'm like, K-Mac, cuz, the little homie hard, cuz, let me get down with it. Long story short, we ended up connecting. We ended up making music together. We ended up making a brotherhood. We ended up creating a bond. We created something that was special. And what was crazy was when he first started, a lot of people was like, you know, he looked like me, he this, he that, but I don't think so. I think, you know, it was the fact that he was tall, he was lanky, he had braids, he had that LA mentality, and he claimed the gang, so I mean, it was natural to be categorized. But one thing that me and Nip had was a kind spirit. We had that spirit of love, of, like Sam said, just magnating, like people magnate to Snoop Dogg and they magnate towards Nipsey. It's like when we met each other, it was like a magnet coming together. We had the same spirit. But what was crazy was Nip mentality was stronger than a rapper that's been in the game for 15 years. And I'll give you an example of that. One of the first conversations me and Nipsey had, he was talking to me about, hey, cuz, you need to do a amusement park, cuz, doggy land, cuz. I'm like, for real? He like, yeah, cuz, with 40-ounce roller coasters and, you know what I'm saying? You Snoop Dogg, cuz, everybody come see you, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, come check your amusement park. I'm like, cuz, you tripping. So he kept, like, every time I would see him, he would always bring it up. He would bring it up. So, like, the 5th time he said it to me, or was it the 6th time? Yeah, the 6th time he said it to me. Let me get politically correct. Yeah, cuz, the 6th time he said it to me, I said, Nip, why don't you just do it for me, cuz? Because I don't understand the dynamics of what you're saying, cuz I'm an old school, I'm A, B, C, D. You didn't went off into the matrix, cuz. You gotta... So with that being said, Nip ended up creating a square, and he ended up buying property, and he ended up having things like Vector 90, and he ended up doing things in the community, and he built his own doggy land. He built his own world. He built his own thing that people from around the world is starting to come to, take pictures of, stand in front of, immortalize this man. The things that he wanted for me, he did for himself. But he had vision for me that I didn't even have for myself. So I want to thank you, mother and father, for bringing Nipsey into this world, for giving us Nipsey. I thank y'all for that. He had nothing but love for every gang member from Southern California. I don't care what neighborhood you was from. One conversation that me and Nip had once upon a time was, cuz, you know the Trays like your music too, cuz. He like, no, they don't, cuz. I'm like, yeah, they do. Everybody like our music, cuz. It ain't like that. When you make music and you come from the dirt, one thing about a neighborhood, we gonna respect another man from another neighborhood, even if he ain't from our neighborhood, if he come from where we come from. And I explained that to Nip. And when I was explaining it to him, he was getting it, but he wasn't getting it. But I was like, look at what you're doing. You make records with YG. You made records with Game. You made records with Problem. You making records with Bloods. Crippin' and Bloods making records, and y'all really love each other, and y'all bonding with each other. Y'all pulling up together. You in they neighborhoods. You loving them, and they loving you. You are a peace advocate, Nip. That's what you are. And the reason why I know this is because that's what I am. You know, real recognize real. I know what he is. I know what he was. And the marathon is going to continue. Look at the love. Look at the spirit. This man, I'm going to end it like this. This man got a letter from Barack Obama, man. My last words will be, for God so loved the world that he gave us a good crip. The late, great neighborhood Nip. Rest in peace, cuz. Neighbors.
All right, guys, so there you have it. There was most of the video. I didn't show all of the funeral, the whole funeral, because it would have probably been like 3 or 4 hours on this video. So I decided just to cut it in half, you know, show little clips of the main important parts I really wanted y'all to see. Like his mother speech, Lauren London's, his kids. I thought that was very powerful funeral and speeches, especially his mother. And I really love Snoop Dogg's speech. He brought humor to it. It was very funny. And I was really shocked with the Obama when he sent the letter. That was very, very powerful as well too. Also, I love the end where, you know, his mom and his daughter was dancing to his music. You know, it was more of a celebration than a funeral, and that's how it should be. We should be celebrating when people die. We shouldn't, you know, cry and mourn when they die, like his mother was saying, you know, and that really put positivity in my life because, you know, I lost my mama and I lost my brother to cancer. And, you know, that really made me feel better. It made me real feel good about that situation. And like her advice is for all people, all parents that lost a child. You know, no parent should lose their child before they die. No parent should experience that. And I pray to God no other parent will ever have to experience that. It's very sad. But then again, it's also very good because this can be the beginning of something. You know, Nipsey has started a lot of things and put an effect on a lot of people's lives. Maybe we can motivate other celebrities and other people to come up and do something for the community. You know, this probably really wake up a lot of celebrities and a lot of people, not just celebrities, a lot of people, you know, to come together, stop fighting each other, stop this gang shit, you know, because all we got is each other. We all discriminated against. We all the same skin complexion, just different shades, you know. We're all people of color and we need to come together and fight against the real enemies that's trying to oppress us and keep us in this system, in this box where we can't make it out. But yes, I loved it. But anyways, you guys, that's all I got for right now. I'm about to get off here. I didn't mean for it to take this long. I didn't know it was going to be 2 hours. I'm sorry about that. But please like, comment, and subscribe and share. And please state how you feel in the comments about this whole situation, about Nipsey's death, how you feel about it, how does it affect you? Have y'all know Nipsey before all this went down? Was you been bumping his music before he died? Was y'all been on the Dr. Sabi's bandwagon on eating healthy? Did y'all been knew about it and Lisa Left Eye? Also, how do y'all feel about Eric Holder saying that he was paid to kill Nipsey? Do y'all believe him or not? Or do y'all believe all this is a conspiracy theory? Or do y'all believe that it's fake and it's not? It's just gang shit and it's just black on black crime. Please state your opinion on that. And also state about the Kodak Black situation, what he said about Lauren London. Do you think he was wrong or not? Do you think the other celebrities came off too strong? Do you think they was wrong or right by defending Lauren London? Also, state your opinion, how y'all feel about the funeral and the memorial, and those powerful speeches. And thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.